What's up, guys? It is spring, finally. It's been a long winter. I didn't get a whole lot done this winter because it was too cold in here. I waited till the very end of winter when it started to warm up into the 40s, 50s and came out here. I got the truck done. It still needs a fuel system, a couple other little things, but it is drivable now. I can fire it up. I'm trying to work out some oil leaks here and there. There's still a couple plug wires back here that keep getting burnt up, but this thing is ready to get driven down the road and get dialed in before we get the fuel system in there and get it tuned. So you'll see the first startup here soon. Other good news, this thing is getting tuned real soon. My typical tuner shop that does it is not able to do it soon enough for me. So I got another shop up in the area that's gonna do it. That's gonna happen real soon. So I do have to get new plugs in this thing. I'm gonna do a fresh oil change before it goes. That's about it. I'll probably check the O2s and make sure, because they were kind of tight under there when we did them last year. The O2 sensors were really close and I don't want them hitting each other while it's on the dyno or anything and messing up the fuel trims and all that. So I'll check that. Spark plugs, fresh oil change. Also the front right tire always goes low. I need to check that out too. But yeah, that thing's gonna be done soon and we'll be able to take that out on the road. As far as the truck goes, everything's bolted in. Making sure everything works before I tidy it up and clean it up. But for now, everything's plugged in. All the hoses are routed and the piping is all good. The turbos are clocked where they should be. There's no leaks on the turbo. I was fighting one of these Evil Energy deals that came with the kit. If you see this little pin in here, it broke and came out. There was oil leaking out of here onto the turbo. This side was fine, but of course this side, on the other side of the hose, down where the oil feeds out of the motor, it was leaking down there on the other line, of course. So one line had its own issue and the other line had its own issue. So I was dealing with that, giving me problems. So hopefully if the tune for this goes well, which I'm sure it will, it's a pretty basic setup here, I might be able to bring this back to the same tuner that's gonna do that. And we can get that done early midsummer, hopefully. I'd like to take it to the local airstrip we do here in town. That's not quite an 1/8 mile, but it'd be kind of fun with this thing since it's 4-wheel drive. It'll launch pretty good even on low boost. So the plan with the truck is wastegate pressure this summer because I don't want to do 2 pulls fresh off the dyno and ruin the transmission. We're gonna run low boost and hopefully the transmission will last just to have fun this summer. We'll see how it treats the transmission, but I think, as far as I know on the comments and reviews of this kit, I'm pretty sure these springs are 5-pound springs. Well, hopefully it'll last all summer and we can have fun with it and drive it around at least. The only thing I'm not sure of right now, so our gas stations here are only 91. There's 87 and 91. We had a quick start put in our town and then the town north of us, and they offer E85. So I'm really trying to decide if I should do 91 this summer on low boost, since that'll be safe. And then maybe next year when I up the boost, put a flex fuel sensor in, you know, maybe add another fuel pump and just go bigger injectors now, or E85 for next summer with a built trans, maybe go 10, 15 PSI, whatever. Yeah, that's the plan. I swear the garage was colder than it was outside most of the winter. Let's fire this thing up, show you guys what it sounds like. once this gets up to temp a little bit more, we'll take it out on the road real quick. It's making some cool noises right now. Obviously, I can't really get into boost right now. It's not tuned or anything. You can spool the turbos a little bit. I mean, it's pretty much running the way it was running before because I haven't done anything to the motor. But right now, I can't really do much other than just spool the turbos up just enough to where the vacuum's not positive. So we'll take it out on the road real quick. Really tight fit between these two trucks. I got my truck and I got my buddy's truck that's blown motor still sitting here. Surprisingly enough, the exhaust fumes aren't that bad at all. My Trans Am turbo build I did, it smelled a lot more because all the seals in the T-tops weren't shutting, so the fumes got in here a lot easier on that thing, where this thing's more sealed. But of course, this thing isn't going to be like a car that I drive to work every day. It's not going to be something I take on road trips by any means, so it's just going to be, you know, just your Sunday cruiser, or take it to local events or car shows or something to have fun with it. All right, the power steering's a little tough right now because the driver's side header is just slightly hitting the steering shaft, a little bit of play in it, so when I turn, it just slightly hits the header, and you have to turn it just a little bit harder to get past that groove that's on the shaft itself. So it's a little tricky. I'll have to maybe tap the side of the headers in a little bit so it clears that, but not a big deal. Like I said, wastegate boost this summer. That's making some cool noises right now. I mean, I wish I could actually get into boost. It's driving pretty good. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about the spark plug wires. Driver's side rear likes to hit against the header. Even with a heat boot on it, it still ends up melting the middle of it. So that is no good. When it's in boost, it's not gonna wanna miss out on a cylinder there, so. So my wife's going to Sioux Falls next weekend, and I was like, well, let me see if my tuner can actually get my car in, the Corvette, and see if he can get that tuned while we're up there. Maybe I can just drop it off and then pick it up the following weekend. But they're too busy right now. They're not gonna have an opening until like mid to late June. So I found this other place that'll be able to do it in the same area, and I talked to the guy who runs the place, and it seemed pretty legit, and it's just a simple cam only Corvette tune. All right, let's pull this thing back in between these trucks here. Really tight fit. Oh boy. I cleaned the car in this truck yesterday, and of course it's gonna rain today. All right, here's the issue I'm running into. One of two issues, I should say. You can tell right here, this back plug wire is sitting right on the header. That one's gonna continue to melt until I figure out maybe I should put a longer wire on it and go the other way. Because I tried going in between them, like right here, but it hits the other side of the plug and then it just melts one side rather than the other. So I think we're gonna have to do a longer plug and maybe pull it back towards the firewall so it's not resting on the header and melting itself every time. Other than that, these three sit on a really good angle to where they're not hitting the header, all three of those. And then this side, I don't know how this side got set up so good, but none of the spark plug wires have any boots on them. They're just bare, and they're doing all right. None of them are resting on the header. Oh, I guess I do have a heat boot on that first one there, but it's probably not needed. Yeah, it's not too bad. I've done a couple oil changes in it just to flush anything out from the old oil, and any debris that might have been in the turbo and the packaging has been flushed out. New filter. I'll probably drive it a few more times and get the spark plug thing figured out and get the oil leak in the back figured out. I did have to delete this brake booster pump here. I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, but it kept hitting the header. It wouldn't fit on there with the header there, and I kind of needed that pump on there in order for it to in order for me to have brakes. So I just put this check valve in there and it works great. I don't really know the purpose of the brake booster pump, if it was supposed to just supply extra vacuum when it needed it, but no other Silverado has it nor needs it at all, like ever. So I don't know why GM put that extra crap in there. But anyways, everything's kind of just mocked up here for testing right now. Nothing's hidden. I want everything completely open for easy maintenance until I get everything situated and figured out, because the last thing you want to do, bolting everything on, bolt everything on and just take it to a tuner, you're going to run into issues of something not getting tightened, something not getting zip tied up in a way for it to not melt on anything. I did actually have this O2 sensor. You can see it melted on the header. It melted on the header, one of my first startups, and it was sitting just flat right on it. I thought I had it zip tied up high enough, but it was not. So you can tell it's really tight back here. So I got to keep everything up and away from the headers and the heads themselves. A lot of extra wires and hoses ran that will have to be tucked in and hidden and cleaned up better once it's dialed in and tuned. We're getting there. It's up and running and driving. And the best part is it still has AC and heat. I will probably end up getting rid of the AC and heat. We'll see. We'll see if this turns into an 8th mile type of race truck deal. But right now it's gonna be a fun street truck on low boost this summer. And then if I really want to go fast, I'll get in this thing. But that's the update, guys. Everything's coming along. It's been a weird spring, but I think we're done with all this crappy weather. We do have some thunderstorms coming in here soon. More rain means more opportunity to work in the shop, I guess. So stay tuned. We got the car getting tuned here soon, the next week or two. And once that's completely done and dialed in, we can put our full focus on this thing, get the 2 little issues I have worked out, get the fuel system ordered. 91, 5 pounds boost this summer. Just have fun with it where it's at. Go from there. So all right, sorry for the break, guys. It's been like 4 months since I made a video, but we're back on it now for the summer. Let's get these cars done. Let's go have fun with them. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.